I heard this from your, I think it was the director at that time, John Millett. He said that resource...
No, sorry, John was INA director.
INA director, all right, okay. It came from him that resources that we have always been resources, but they become when you tap it. And we don't have the capacity or the ability to tap it. We do need foreigners in this case.
Well, land, if we go back to the land, the custom land reforms I was talking about, which is actually going to be discussed next, which is increased ownership by state.
Sure.
If we look at that, under this voluntary custom land registration that we have worked through the NLDP, and this new office is going to administer, ownership of land will be with the landowners.
Right.
Upfront, automatically. Now, this provision is actually talking about state land. So, I'm not talking customary land. Customary land, under the new, the voluntary customary land registration process that we have, perpetually the ownership is with the landowners, consistent with the spirit of the Land Summit request that the landowners wanted the land to themselves, but a lease system for anybody to use. We have delivered on that. So that and the creation of the office is the final phase. Then we roll it out across the country. So that's all right. This we are talking about state. So here you're looking about investments by companies like Steamships, sure, Kedden Brothers, and all other big investment in this country. You are, and the Vision City and all of it, you are seeding instability and uncertainty into this. And this has to be stopped.
All right.
We are not in Zimbabwe, Mugabe's Zimbabwe, and I know our leaders are pro-investment, and we are hosting APEC in 2018. We can't be talking anti-investment,
no.
And all of that with that. Now that brings me, in relation to that, is the increased ownership of state land. The proposal is talking about the state increasing its ownership. Currently, in theory, we know state owns about 3% from the colonial time.
They in fact own a little bit more than 3%. They just don't know themselves.
I agree with you. But the intention here is to increase ownership to 20%. Now, I have a serious problem with it. It's going against the spirit of the custom land tenure reforms, spirit of the direction we got from landowners from the Land Summit. Landowners do not want to be disempowered. Landowners want to be empowered.
Right.
By doing this, state is disempowering landowners, and state alienation means permanently alienating the land from this generation and future generation and generation to come. My question is, what right do the current generation of Papua New Guineans have to sell the rights of the unborn child in the future? This sits intergenerational inequity. It is injustice to the unborn child for a current generation to surrender to the state land that belongs to them by customary law.
Okay.
Therefore, the voluntary customary land registration process is the right, because through the ILG, the body corp structure remains. People are born into and out, and a lease system is created, and the rental stream goes to the landowners. So the unborn, their future claim on the land is protected. Now, state is also having difficulty in enforcing the right it has on certain parcels of land in this country as we speak. Last week or recently, they've given away alienated land down in Woodluck. I'm aware that they gave a big plantation over in Karakar about 2013 away to landowners. There are claims by generations of landowners across the country. From my observation, what happens is by the 10th anniversary of a new patches of state land, or custom land by the state, the next generation kicks in about the 10th year. By the 15th year, the claim matures. By the 20th year, it's a full-blown compensation claim. Now they are saying, no, we will prohibit compensation claims. There are penalties they are imposing, I think 25,000 kina penalty, and they want to say that you will not claim rights to the alienated land. The next generation cannot write. I think that's ethically wrong, morally wrong. The future generation should not be deprived of their inheritance. And the ILG process provides the secure vehicle way by which their inheritance and their rights are permanently parked. People can come and go, state can use it, and life goes on.
Okay. Dr. Ella, we are running out of time. What can NRA do about this? How can it stop it? How can it let the people know about this?
Thank you, John. First thing is we support this initiative that at least the government is coming out and saying, we have an idea, we are putting out, we want criticized. So that's NRI's job to be a devil's advocate in some cases and make contributions where it is required, and that's what we are doing.
Okay.
And but let me say that from my point of view at this moment, as looking at the draft, it's poorly well thought out. It's poorly, it is not proper. So the draft proposal in the current form are not good. And if passed, it will kill jobs in this country, investment, create more uncertainty. It's not good for landowners. So the government, the minister, and the Lands Department should listen carefully to the submissions that are coming and the voices that are being said. And it has to be a very genuine public participation. So NRI is encouraging people to attend those forums, speak your mind, and make your submissions. Go to our Facebook, NRI Facebook, and you will see there is an email link to which you can submit your proposals, and we will do our part to make sure your views are heard by the government.
Okay, just one final question. The review, the timing, is it right?
I leave it to the wisdom of the government. I want to make it clear that land remains a sensitive issue. Land is the last thing any leader, any government, any people in this country should play around with. I leave it to the wisdom of the government to choose this time. But you should credit the land reform initiative that we have been working on. Remember, land was a sensitive issue. 4 people died in the heat of 2002 election.
That's the land mobilization.
That's the land mobilization. Now you are talking land reform. Credit to us, because we have made it very clear to the people of this country, and we champion their rights. At the same time, make people realize that land reform is inevitable in the 21st century, but the right type of reforms, not just any type of reforms. So in this particular issue, I'll leave it to the wisdom of the government. I'm personally not convinced that now is the right time to talk, and I would caution the government rushing anything.
All right. I think time will tell on Dr. Ella. Time is running out. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for that.